up, guys? What is up? This is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's normal. Here at Bitcoin sitting at 59K. How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing? Again, this is the Crypto Otaku here. Shouting out to you on a Wednesday, a wacky Wednesday. You know what? You know what? Whopper Wednesday, man. It's over. It's done. No more Whopper Wednesdays for me. Why? Well, they're $4 now, guys. They're $4. There you go. There you go. So, of course, yeah, going into Bitcoin and get these guys out of here. Thanks for entertaining my crowd. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, Bitcoin, of course, getting tighter in these ranges. Dude, what happened? What the hell happened today? We had really great numbers come out from NVIDIA, and then everyone just started to panic right before the numbers came out. And it's like, what was that for? And then Bitcoin, of course, went down with it. Or basically didn't really go anywhere, just maintained these levels. And it looks like we're getting tighter into the evening hours, getting closer to market open for the foreign markets. And I don't think they're going to take this negatively into the morning. We'll see. But it is going to be exciting to see what happens by the end of this stream, I'll tell you that. Again, getting closer and closer to the end of the month. We're going to see some serious stuff, man. Some serious stuff. All right. Enough of the pleasantries. Let's dive into what we are talking about today with the token metrics, right? What do we got going on? Bitcoin heat map, of course, brought to you for free by Kimba the White Stone. I'm not endorsed, but I always bring this up because it's an anime reference, guys. Kimba, brought to you by for free. Don't pay for something you can get for free when it comes to Bitcoin and the heat map. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's little features you can take advantage of. You pay for this service, but it's there, man. It's there. You can see all the liquidity. You can see all the trading. Look at all this action going on, man. Right here at 63. We got a lot of people buying right now. We're ready. We're ready to take off. Is this even live? What? These numbers don't make any sense. We did not hit 63 yet. We're still sitting at 59. I don't know, man. I can't endorse you anymore if this is is invalidated. But yeah, it looks like I'm not sure what exchange this is, but there's something kind of going on. We'll have to take a look at that here in a bit. We'll check out that on CoinGloss when we get to it. Anywho, let's ignore that for now. $35 trillion to $165 billion. Right? Again, 265 billion, over 265 in the last few weeks, printed by our U.S. government. Great place we live here in the United States. Yeah, and wow, there's a new secret window opening tonight at 9 p.m. on the debt clock. Ooh, exciting. Again, don't fade this number, guys. This is a huge key indicator. We're going to have to start printing money to pay this off. That's the only way to print money, or to pay off our debt, is to print money. And, of course, the other big thing as well, don't you fade this. We are liable to pay out $27 trillion in Social Security, as well as Medicare, $41 trillion. Together combined is way above the current national debt. Anyway, moving on. Fear and Greed Index. Let's refresh this, of course. Fear and Greed for the New York Stock Exchange still sitting at neutral today, 52. And, of course, crypto. Ooh, we're now in fear, guys, at a 30. Let's refresh this. We've even fallen down even further, 29 here since I prepped the show. Dang, guys, this is crazy. What's going on? What is going on? 29 in fear for crypto? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But Bitcoin's going to be going to the moon, right? We got this new asset class. He's sitting at currently $2,500. Sol sitting at $144,000. I mean, we're talking about the new key players in Web3, right? It's going to be taking over every single thing we do every single day and making it. People are going to be playing around with these coins and not even know what the hell they're even doing, right? They're just going to be buying, I don't know, a table on Amazon, and they're using it as their own currency or exchange. This is the future of crypto, according to Brian Armstrong, Coinbase's CEO. It's the payments, man. Payments is going to get us there. It looks like we gone up on the DXY today, which tells me, again, fear is now taking the New York Stock Exchange and moving that into treasuries, right? So here we are again, sitting at a 101. Are we going to go higher? I don't know. We'll see how it plays off. Although Warren Buffett, we got that to cover a little bit later, sold a bunch of his stocks, even more of his stocks today. We'll get into that here in a bit. It's not looking too promising for a lot of the legacy market. All right. Let's see what's going on in the hour, on the day, on the week. Everything's looking pretty red, pretty bloody. Again, this is the time to buy, man. Take it from the latest and greatest, or not the latest, the oldest, the oldest and greatest investors like Warren Buffett. Be buying when there's blood in the streets, man. Right now is a great day. Great day to DCA. This is why this is fine. This is fine, guys. Why is this fine? Because I could buy dogs as this goes up. I don't know. Don't be buying meme coins. No, but I could DCA more into Jasmine since it's down another 1.5% today. That's what I did this afternoon. In this evening as I was prepping the show. BSV's up 2.8%. Nothing's really coming up today. A whole lot. Memes, man. Memes always move, man. Memes always moving up or down. Floki's up 6%. Yeah, not really much of action going on here. Pepe's up 2%. AVAX is down another percent today. Interesting. It did have a bit of a run up on all of the amazing news, man. I mean, we're talking about settling payment transactions and storing your driver's information and your car titles on the BMV, right? Like AVAX is doing crazy things, man. Crazy things in our space. Anyway, and it's down today. It's a good thing to pick up, right? AVAX, man. One of these damn coins. Freaking AVAX. Gaming too, man. I mean, the future. But we're forgetting about that. It's a red day, man. We're just gonna sit here and cry and not buy anything, right? All right. Anyway, on the hour, looks like everything's kind of coming back up here. Everything's looking like it's up at least 0.5%. Even Jasmine, Bitcoin, looks like it's coming up again as well today on the hour. Yeah, never mind. Just went down. Anyway, Fetch. You guys see it, guys. It's going to consolidate. It's going to take some time. But I am excited for this evening to see how Japan reacts here at 9 o'clock. All right, moving on. All right, Coin Glass. This is one of my favorite key indicators, of course, that we cover every single day. How many biddies are left for everyone to purchase? 8 billion people on the planet, only 21 million Bitcoin. 5 have been allegedly lost or stolen, right? And then we have Satoshi's wallet of 1 million. So there's only about 15 million Bitcoin ever to really move hands, right? Move hands. And we are sitting at the largest chunk missing here as we covered this yesterday. Looks like we have accumulated a little tiny bit amount, but it didn't even move the ticker. Still sitting at 2.4 million for all people on this earth to have a piece of the pie, right? That's it. That's all that's left. 2.4 million. The lowest numbers on record on exchanges, right? The lowest amount on exchanges since 2017, I believe. We are that low, guys. This is huge. And the price is not even affected by this right now. I can't believe. Why number not go up? Your guess, I'm going to say market manipulation. Anyway, and let's just kind of take a look at, that's of course all exchanges. We're going to take a look at and see what's going on Coinbase. How many are left? I know last time it was under 1 million. It still is. 840,000 just in the United States is Coinbase, and then let's look at Kraken just for and then Binance too. It looks like Kraken got a whole bunch dumped back on recently, about 10 or 20,000 here in the last few days, and then where is Binance? Look at the biggest one overseas, of course, is Binance. Where is Binance? There it is. There it is. Boom. Look at that. What in the world? This is, of course, probably the Hong Kong ETFs taking a chunk out of that, I would imagine. That looks like 100, almost, about 40, 50,000 Bitcoins gone overseas. And, of course, China and other large countries are playing in this playground here at Binance. All right, moving on. BitcoinTreasuries.net. We're looking, of course, at BlackRock, MicroStrategy. I don't think they purchased anymore. It's been a while since we looked at them, but they're still sitting at 226,000 biddies as the 1st of August. That was their last purchase. And then, of course, BlackRock accumulating the world supply of Bitcoin, what's available for them anyway, to get their grubby hands on, sitting at 357,000. I don't think this is updated either. We're still 2 days behind on this. And they purchased about $200 million worth yesterday. So if there's probably going to be a little bit of a inflow today. Again, they haven't really done too many negative days, right? They've got 6 the entire year. We counted it. We backtested it before. Anyway, looks like about $600 million would, or I mean, $200 million of Bitcoin would be what? What the hell? What kind of amount would that entail? I I hate numbers, man. I can do moon math, but I can't do math. Jesus. All right, let's see. Roughly 200 million divided by 60,000. Let's just say 60,000 roughly. That's about how it's been for the last few days. 60,000. Now 600,000. That's 3,300 Bitcoin roughly yesterday. Yeah, that's about on line with what they did on the 26th as well. So these are crazy sessions, guys. Crazy sessions. Don't let them take all the damn Bitcoin. Jesus. Anyway, moving on. Whoops. Top 10 cryptos on the world, right? Top 10 cryptos currencies in the world. Still sitting at number 10 is Tron. What in the world is going on? Why is Tron number 10? What? Toncoin still holding in number 9, and Avalanche still fighting Cardano for number 11 into 10 slot. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why Tron is number 10 now. Crazy stuff developing. Polygon, yeah, everything kind of just still hanging out in the same kind of places. Jasmine fell down 1 point in the market, right? So 66. Top 10 assets in the world. Bitcoin still holding in just barely to that number 10 slot, right, of course, above Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's baby, right? Meta, of course, putting out good earnings, I guess better earnings, now sitting at $1.3 trillion in market cap. And silver retaining that near 1.7 again trillion, as it's fell down a bit over the last few months. Okay, moving into, of course, one of our favorites, the Bitcoin rainbow chart. The one that lets us burn some bennies sometimes. Sometimes it does. And it looks like we are, again, touching it just barely. But yeah, basically into a fire sale. Falling into basically a fire sale, but still at the buy zone. If you're not buying, if you're not accumulating, whoa, Bitcoin right now, your favorite crypto assets, everything else, and this key indicator tells us you should be buying when the getting is good, because we are not going to see another. You never know. When this could be the last day you see a 60K Bitcoin. I've got a lot of nostalgia for 30 and 60K Bitcoin for sure in these ranges. But yeah, we'd have to fall down to at least at 58,700 for us to be back in the fire sale. That's, of course, our favorite key indicator to be burning more bennies. To buy more. I can't burn another Benny right now. We got to be buying more Bitcoin on the cheap to be burning more bennies. Anyway, let's get into some news. SEC issues well notice at OpenSea, alleging that NFTs on the marketplace are now securities. After all this time, now you're gonna do this right now? Really? Okay. Or let's play this game. Let's figure out the securities, NFTs. I don't see it, but apparently SEC is now. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, has issued a Wells notice to OpenSea, signaling the potential enforcement action against the NFT marketplace. Of course, OpenSea being one of the largest of those marketplaces. OpenSea CEO criticized the SEC's move, claiming it could negatively impact innovation and creators, as usually the SEC does, right? The livelihoods. Of course, the artists, man. These are starving artists, and now you're making them literally starve. The platform is prepared to contest and the action and has committed $5 million to support the NFT creators facing legal issues. OpenSea is urging the SEC to consider a more balanced, how about an actual regulatory approach? That's what I say. SEC sends OpenSea a Wells notice. Yes, it did. OpenSea has received a Wells notice from the SEC threatening to sue because they do believe that NFTs on our platform are securities. This is, of course, from OpenSea Direct. We're shocked that the SEC would make such a sweeping move against creators and artists, but we're ready to stand up and fight. Yeah, that's what we got to do, man. We got to stand up. We got to fight. We got to push for our revolution. Our digital revolution in our space. Because if we don't, they are going to push us out and formulate some sort of legislation that's not fair for the market. He criticized the SEC stance, highlighting that the regulators' actions could stifle innovation and threaten the livelihoods of many creators. Yeah, and I'm waiting to hear more details on this because it's just getting unnerving now. It doesn't seem like anything has really been updated today. He pointed out the NFTs, fundamentally creative assets, are argued against regulating them as securities. In addition to standing on their own ground, they're pledging $5 million to help cover the legal fees the NFT creators and devs receive. Well, as noticed, every creator, big or small, should be able to innovate without fear, right? Without fear. Finzer said, urging the SEC to reconsider the position, advocating for a more open and sensible regulatory approach for affirming OpenSea's readiness to fight for their community's rights. Yeah, it's a whole lot of hoopla. That's what I gotta say. Again, if you're not familiar with what securities are, okay, we're talking about non-fungible tokens, right? We're talking about contracts that are drawn up and created for a particular thing, right? It could be anything. You can make a smart contract tied to an NFT saying, this is my house. Legally binding contract, it's mine, right? It could be literally enveloped into anything. And a lot of people sell their art, as they did, like last bull run, man. Tons of artists out there. Of course, we're going to get into some of the other NFTs out there as well, like Trump we talked about yesterday. Rolling that into, of course, Trump's latest. I wonder if this is related to, the current, SEC ruling on NFTs being securities. Everything's security, right? Everything's security. Because the Howey test is sound. That's it's over 100 years old now. Okay, the Howey test is sound. Trump's latest NFTs top $2 million in sales, with only 5% sold so far. Only 5%. That's insanity. What? Only 5% sold so far. Donald Trump's fourth NFT collection we covered yesterday is either doing great or terribly one day after the other, debuting it. Who wrote this article? It just depends on how you. What? It just depends on how you look at it. Okay. I didn't write this article. It is no small feat that the collection of digital trading cards, which features the former president in a plethora of fantastical poses and costumes. We showed them yesterday. This is ridiculous. I really do feel that Captain America Trump one is is pretty entertaining. If you guys please check that out if you haven't seen it. It's incredible. What the hell are they doing? But again, he's flipped on Bitcoin, so he can do it now, I guess. But again, these are Ethereum based NFTs, right? I don't know. I'm not sure how that feel. I don't know how the Ethereum crowd feels about that, but it's there. Anyway, CryptoPunks, the most prestigious NFT collection by a country mile, did less than half of that volume in the last 24 hours. $750,000. NFT, man, these CryptoPunks are really old, really old. They debuted, I think, even before 2020. They were definitely last cycle's thing, as well as the apes, man. And the ape, I don't know nothing about the Bored Ape Yacht Club in a long time. Since the Dookie Dash or whatever, that game that they had. I don't know what's going on. But a lot of these NFTs have kind of died during the bear market. Anyway, but considering the enormous sizes of this collection, relatively few people have opted to buy into Trump's latest crypto gambit at this point. For only about 20,700 of the America First edition, digital cards have been minted on Ethereum, scaling the network Polygon out of the potential 360,000 to be minted. That's insanity. Like, I'm curious if they upped the limit on these NFTs. Compared to where they were. This is what they did. Yeah, of course they did. They're just money grubbing, man. It is what it is. For most, if not all, NFT collections selling over 5%, only 5% of the total supply on your first day, it would not certainly be considerably a small failure. Would be considerably a small failure, but the amount is decent, I guess. When the dollar amount anyway. When Trump initially came out on the NFT scene, his first two collections sold out rapidly, but there were only fewer, though consisting only 44,000 and 46,000 respectively in the first two. And then the Republican presidential nominee on his latest company license of the use of the imagery opted to go bigger this last December, offering the 100,000 NFT in the third collection. Now there's over 3x the last collection. Of course, you're going to get diminishing returns because you just did what the American government did with your own NFT collection. You printed more, right? you created more, making more available. So now I'd imagine some of the older ones are probably worth more than the newer ones. If the Trump eventually sells out in his latest NFT project, the project would ultimately rake in $35 million at $99 per trading card. That's really not too pricey, to be honest. It makes me kind of want to buy one. While the projects, I don't buy NFT, guys. Just letting you know, I'm very clear. I'm not in that space at all. While the project's actual haul is, as of yet, substantially lower, though it's certainly not chump change. Chump change. Yeah, so those funds will only be used by the finance of the entrepreneur's presidential campaign, of course, funding the campaign, according to the project website, and they may be spent to fulfill the various bonus perks offered to the NFT buyers, such as the attendance, the gala dinner, right, and of course the branded sneakers and the piece of the suit that he wore during his debate with Biden. All right. So anyway, that's what's going on with the latest on the Trump's latest NFTs. Not too promising in terms of how much have been sold, right? And how many they mint. Why would they allow that many to be minted? When it comes to anything limited, I know. Trust me, I know. See that statue right there? There's probably only 3,000 of those ever made. I know what the scarcity, what the price of scarcity is worth, right? Yeah, you don't do that. Crypto.com adds PayPal as payment options in the U.S. for crypto purchases. This is big. I know there's a lot of love, hate, well, mostly hate when it comes to PayPal, but they're ushering in adoption, and what better than a legacy platform to push adoption? Because I still use PayPal. It's for convenience. I don't shy away from those fees. I mean, those fees are real, and they're big. But yeah, crypto trading platform, Crypto.com has integrated PayPal now, as well as plenty of others have already done it. Coinbase, I use Coinbase for my trading, just primary trading and investing my paycheck basically, and short the dollar with PayPal and Coinbase typically. Coinbase offers a free transfer via PayPal to your bank within a day or two, I think. So it's again. I support PayPal. I got nostalgia, man. I was in eBay in middle school with PayPal. I've got a lot of nostalgia around PayPal. Anyway, just being clear, I'm a little biased. Crypto.com integrates PayPal for its crypto purchases, which is great. More options, more users, more adoption, right? That's the way I look at it. Cryptocurrency trading platform Crypto.com announced on Wednesday that U.S. users now have the option to use PayPal as a payment method for purchasing cryptocurrencies. The integration allows users to link their PayPal and Crypto.com wallets, facilitating transfers from PayPal to Crypto.com by buying a wide range of crypto tokens. Eric I can't pronounce that. Anziani, president of COO of Crypto.com, commented, further integrating the traditional and digital payment capabilities is crucial to the continued mainstreaming of cryptocurrencies. Exactly. It's about adoption. I'm happy that they're finally starting to get this. This is how you open the door. More on and off ramps, right? This development part is broader to cooperation between the two companies, which also includes enabling PayPal for topping its Crypto.com Visa card and supporting stablecoin PayPal USD, PYUSD, right? PayPal stablecoin for the platform. The feature will soon be available in additional markets beyond the U.S., and the announcement adds Jose Fernandez da Ponte, Senior Vice President of Blockchain, Cryptocurrency, and Digital Currencies at PayPal, emphasized the payments giant's commitment to offering consumer choice. He opened, or opinion, I don't know. PayPal has long believed in providing customers choice, and our work at Crypto.com to provide our mutual users the ability to use PayPal to fund their Crypto.com purchases is another step in that journey to mass adoption. That's what I think, man. That's how I feel. Every step, man, we take is just another open door. Let's go. I'm bullish. Forever bullish at this point. Forever bullish. NVIDIA second quarter, right? Revenue beats expectations. So why number would go down? Why stock market go crazy? In record-setting boost in AI sector. Yeah, so that happened today, guys. Just want to quickly go over this. I don't want to spend too much time in this, but that did happen. And again, it was sort of a groundhog's day for artificial intelligence industry, as everything sold off right before, and then everyone bought back in. And yeah, it's just kind of been held down a little bit since then. Speaking of which, just take a look at Bitcoin real quick. Still sitting at 59K. Nothing really moving. Getting tighter in those ranges though. Getting closer to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyway, these figures beat estimates by about 7%. This continued the firm's streak of record-breaking quarters and prompted a litany of positive responses across the social media. The global finance system is now being held up by NVIDIA. They got the entirety of it is now just sitting on and waiting for NVIDIA. We used to do this with Tesla, right? Now we're just doing it with NVIDIA. Further boosting investor morale when company projections for record setting. And I mean, we used to do this with everything. We used to do it. Now I think back to it. We used to do this with Amazon. We used to do this with all the Mag 7, Apple, Microsoft. Here we go. We just keep adding more big giant technology conglomerates to the list that's holding up our entire economy. Further boosting investor morale for companies' projections for record-setting revenues in the amount of $32.4 billion to continue in the third quarter per CFO Kress. The company will now hold its earnings call on November 20th. His industry outlook. Both Wall Street and the AI industry appear to be waiting in a bated breath. Yeah, that's as they sold off right before, right? The collective exhale, according to the company, demand appears to have increased across nearly all of its verticals. Literally every industry is being affected by AI now, man. Every industry. I just got a new phone that's got AI built in, right? Everything, every single thing, guys. You talk to these programs all the time, ChatGPT. I mean, you've got. Ooh, speaking of AI, I gotta remember to bring that up on our. We'll do it next. We'll segue right into it. But man, AI is getting crazy. We showed the crazy Trump one yesterday. Now it's getting even more heated with what AI is capable of. It's getting better and better every single second. Here we go. Let's just go home to me on my page here on Crypt. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitter or on YouTube, like, subscribe, do all the things. You know how it goes. This is how we build a community. This is how we get bigger together and grow and get healthy, happy, healthy, and wealthy. That's what I always say. Anywho, I shared this today. Wall Street Bets shared this originally. This is what we got, guys. Look at all these crooks. We caught them in the act, all of them. Fauci, Hillary, Trump. Mine just capped someone in the street. Now he's eating ice cream in a department store just right out of the freezer. Showing up at your house. Mounting a horse. Support gay pride. Oh my god. This Mark Zuckerberg just knocking out U.S. soldiers. What is going on? Talking to aliens? I knew it. And Kamala Harris with the AK-47. Why? Nice. Wow. Come on. Oh my god. Yep. Kim Jong-un. Yep. Boom. And Pope. Look at the Pope. They're all crooks. Lock them all up. We got evidence now. Oh my god. Look, he secretly loves me the food, guys. We caught him. And it's been a while since we've seen Elon Musk. They're all crooks. Lock them up. Lock them up. Oh my god. Look at that Biden with ice cream in the mugshot. He loves food. Man, they're gonna go wild on that. Oh man. He does not like food at all.
What can be unburdened by what has been.
Nice. Yeah. Directed by the Door Brothers. Shout out to them and Wall Street Bets for sharing this. Amazing. How far we've come, man. We haven't come far at all. This is just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg. This is like oh my god, how fast. We're gonna get there. But yeah, like how much more are we gonna see this improve? Like, I'm not even noticing extra fingers anymore, guys. Like, I think that the last Trump one we showed where it was Kamala's baby, right? He had his fingernails painted because her fingernails were painted. That's a typical AI, distinction, right? That can't really separate two people sometimes. We talk about this person wearing that clothes having, doing this with that person or expressions and all that. You have to underline what you want AI to do. But now it's getting even better. Even better. We can isolate two separate entities, and then again, no extra fingers. I'm looking for like 5-6 fingers. Nope. Still 5, right? Still 5. Anyway, AI is getting crazy. NVIDIA is taking the lead and running with it. Nuts. Anyway, that's my AI rant for the day. God. But that, of course, leads us into, maybe I can segue that later. We'll save it for later. For altcoins that could hit new all-time highs in September 2024. Altcoins. What coins? Of course, number one. The one big one I missed out on, and I still haven't allocated enough to, is Caspa. Caspa, man, is doing things, kicking butt. I don't want to fall too much into it. Yeah, Caspa. BNB. I do not support this coin. I don't. Again, you guys know how I feel about exchange coins, man. I don't feel like you should be purchasing any exchange coins because you never know how the length of that exchange. And if they're going to lock it, they're going to lock your tokens up and allow you to take them on and off ramp of the platform. You just never know, man. So I stay away from these coins as much as possible. But BNB's up there. Brett. Oh boy, Brett. Of course, Brett. Making numbers, doing things. Yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on Brett. And Mantra, which is, again, number one. I think it was the number one mover right before we had this big pullback in crypto in terms of all assets. With utility. Mantra, OM, and Jasmine were the top two with utility. And then we had, of course, Bonk and Pepe taking the lead with a 4,000% lead or whatever the hell it was back when Bitcoin was up in the 65, 70K range. Anyway, so those are the coins, guys. Those are the coins that cryptonews.net is recommending, right? That you at least take a look at those four. And I can tell you that at least two of them I would recommend. That's, of course, Caspa and the real-world asset token Mantra. I don't know, it's already done record high numbers, but those are the four. Anyway, Sony stock price rallies as Soninium, Ethereum L2. We've been talking about this for a few days now. Testnet goes live today. Sony is rallying the stock market, of course, with it. Sony Group blockchain subsidiary has initiated the testnet phase of the Ethereum Layer 2 solution, Soninium. I can hardly pronounce that. Marking a pivotal step in the blockchain adoption with the Minato testnet, introduced by a partnership between Sony and Web3 infrastructure provider Startail, aims to provide a robust platform for developers to test and deploy high-volume applications. Crazy stuff, man. I mean, Sony now has their hands in at least 4 different blockchains. I know Soninium is their baby now, right? Soninium. They also had the Bank of Japan, Sony's Bank of Japan, right? So the Sony Bank is testing testnet on the stablecoin settlement on the Polygon network. So again, another Ethereum. I think all of them are Ethereum based, to be honest. If you don't have any position on Ethereum at all, I mean, you got to have some allocation to it. There's a lot being built with these big legacy market players. Sony also has some connections still to Jasmine, and then the other big one was, what was it? It was on Ethereum too. I forget. It's going to come back to me later. I know it, but anyway. So strategic partnerships and developers are, incentives. Moreover, the rollout of Minato testnet is supported by the strategic partnerships and an incubation program designed to attract developers. Astar, that's the other one. Yes, Astar. Network known as for its multi-chain framework. It will also provide essential support during the testnet phase. This includes the offering initial liquidity and a variety of digital assets that are both fungible and non-fungible. Boy. In addition to this technical support, Sony's introduced the Soninium Spark program, which provides developers the access to funding up to $100,000, mentorship, opportunities, and crucial industry connections. These resources will cultivate a conducive. What? I think they I don't know. Conducive environment for the innovation and growth of the platform. Market response and future prospects for this Soninium project. blockchain. Key partners like Istar, Chainlink, Optimism, and the Graph are set to see positive price movements. As they are affiliated, apparently. Circle's initiative to bridge USDC on the blockchain further emphasizes the broadening scope of Web3 applications. Oh man, this is crazy. Sony stock price rose significantly today, climbing up by 3.5%. Jesus. Yeah, here we go. That's a big move for the stock market, man. They see about what 8 to 9% on their portfolio, and they get excited, and that's for the year APY. Yeah, and here we are moving. We're moving stocks 3.5% on the day. That's cool. That's what our space does. That's what crypto does, guys. Anyway, moving on. That's Sony's Selenium. Leading Satoshi's candidate passed away 10 years ago. This one I thought was interesting. We're just going to kind of boggle through this. I might actually take an AI. It's actually not that long. I thought it would be longer. But yeah, this was interesting. This is, of course, a potential lead to a Satoshi Nakamoto being the creator, possibly passed away 10 years ago, or if he was part of this project, of course, known as Bitcoin, right? The granddaddy, Bitcoin. Computer scientist Hal Finney, who is also widely known as receiving the very first Bitcoin transaction, passed away 10 years ago on August 28th of 2014. That was, of course, 10 years ago. Finney died at the age of 58 following his years-long battle with the amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, and he was diagnosed with ALS back in 2009, just months after. Wow. What a crazy time frame. Right after, of course, Bitcoin was released, and right after, of course, why Bitcoin was created, the 2008 financial crisis. We call, of course, we call it here in 2008, which basically brought my friends, my family, and everyone else into this world we live in today. The real identity of Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, remains a huge mystery. Finney is considered to be one of the top Satoshi candidates, even though he himself denied it. He was the man. Everyone denies it, of course, because he started it all. He was eventually extorted by criminals in 2014, despite his poor condition. After analyzing the newly published Satoshi emails this February, as we went into, of course, Craig Wright, as he was trying to prove that he was Satoshi Nakamoto, which some people still think he is. I don't know. He's a bit of a snob. I really hope he's not Satoshi. That's, of course, Craig Wright. Prominently, after analyzing those emails back in February, probably due to that, that lawsuit, analyst Adam Cochran doubled down on the theory that Finney was the bulk of Satoshi. That's, of course, if he was part of the main group that created the blockchain. However, there is also some evidence that shows the famous cryptographer activist is not Satoshi Nakamoto. For instance, Finney was busy indulging in the passion for marathon running while Nakamoto was working on Bitcoin, according to some photographic evidence. Interesting. Following the ALS diagnosis in 2009, his health had started rapidly deteriorating, and he could barely type on August 2010. At the same time, Satoshi was still rather active on the forums. On top of that, there is also inconsistencies in persona, but one cannot rule out that Finney was trying to fiercely hide his identity. There's room for speculation, of course, but his legacy remains. That's, of course, Finney. Yeah. So, I don't know. I still feel like he's out there. I still feel like the real Satoshi Nakamoto, right, was Satoshi Nakamoto, because he was a computer scientist as well. And his name fit the bill, and even though he said, I did not involved in any Bitcoins. Yes, we've gone on that so many times. Anyway, Bank of America. Buffett drops $5.4 billion. Huge sell-off of Bank of America stocks today, as the stock drops 10% this year. Jesus. What a wake-up call, man. Get out of the banks. The banks aren't even latching onto. Well, they are latching onto. They're trying to. They're trying to get on board with crypto. But SEC, of course, and our legislation is just not quite there yet. And our senators pushed for it with the FIT21 bill, and it did not pass. So the banks have to wait a little longer to get involved, and it's the only way you can save the banks. So Bank of America down 10%. Buffett's 5.4 Bank of America share sale has led to a 10% price stock drop. That's insane, signaling a shift in its holdings. Despite selling, Berkshire Hathaway remains Bank of America's largest shareholder. Wow, with $903 billion in shares worth $35.9 billion. That's a mouthful. Berkshire sold as well $389 million in Apple shares in quarter two, and yet retains 400 million shares. So yeah, it looks like they sold half of their Apple shares as well at the beginning of the year. I didn't know it was that much. Jeez. Warren Buffett has also gone again, saying that he has sold a substantial amount of Bank of America stock this week. Yes, we just went over that. Reduced the stake by 13% since mid-July. The recent sales brought the total of proceeds to about 5.4 billion with a B. Buffett now holds Jesus, these numbers are too big, man. $278 billion in cash, and is selling stocks like never before. I wonder if Michael Saylor could tweet a little thing in his ear. Maybe he'd listen this time. Maybe it's not too late to save Buffett and his financial, hierarchy of wealth and his family. I don't know. Despite these sales, Berkshire Hathaway remains the largest shareholder of Bank of America, holding $903 million, almost $1 billion valued. No, it's 100. I get these numbers in shares, man. $35 billion. Jesus. Almost a billion shares valued at. That's just crazy. Anyway, these disposals have not only raised eyebrows, but also led to the notable decline of the U.S. Stock price as well. Bank of America shares were about 31% in the year. Nuts, guys. And we looked at gold earlier. I think we kind of faded it. Let's go back and take a look real quick. All assets in the world. And I wonder if most of that money is going into gold. $17 trillion in market cap currently. I think we did get an all-time high just a few days ago, too. So it's probably all going there, too. You don't want to sit in dollars, right? You could be going to treasuries. Again, we're up to 101 today. Maybe that little bump was him. Anyway, that's what's going on with our buddy Warren Buffett. Let's move on. South Korea. I thought this was interesting. Dude, we're living in some desperate times. South Korean crypto CEO stabbed in court during the Haru Invest fraud trial. Apparently, there was a big crypto scam, that they took over $2 million worth of crypto at gunpoint in a luxury estate in Thailand. While in court, the CEO of a South Korean crypto firm was stabbed in the neck multiple times, probably behind the back too, during court proceedings in Seoul. The victim, Hugo Hyung-soo Lee, the CEO of Haru Invest, a South Korean cryptocurrency earning company. Lee was assaulted in the courtroom during his Haru Invest trial, was accused with three of the company's executives of stealing $826 million, nearly $1 billion of crypto from around 16,000 users. That's nuts. Crazy times we're living in. According to the local media outlet Digital Asset, the attacker, a man in his 40s who was among the victims. You know it was a victim, of course. He took some radical justice in his own hands. Suddenly sprang up from the guest seat and attempted to stab Stanley in the neck with a small knife. Lee was immediately rushed to the hospital. Wow. Don't be stealing no people's monies, man. Don't be stealing people's crypto. Those are because you know what's going to happen. I mean, if they do anything like they do anyone in America, they're just going to get what the dollars were when the settlement comes through 2 years later after they retain some of this, if they even get to retain some of these stolen assets. Hopefully they don't do them like that in Korea. But you know what? There's only so much you can do, right? Maybe they won't even do anything. I'm not sure how the rules and laws work in South Korea. Anyway, this also comes as June 17th incident in London where 3 armed men used machetes to invade a home, forcing the owner to transfer 1,000 Ethereum worth $2.5 million. So luckily, the victim suffered no physical harm. Yeah, man, you gotta make sure those wrenches are anywhere near your head. Get them all away, and get some self-protection. You might need one of these. Man, I'm just saying, it doesn't hurt to have a baseball bat with nails in it, or just be the old trusty, reliable, a gun, right? Or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. How many float your boat? You gotta protect yourself in this world because your crypto is not going to protect you. You're going to be able to protect your crypto, but you're not going to be able to protect yourself from bodily harm. Yeah, they can take a few fingers before they get mined. Maybe. I don't know. I might just say screw it. Just screw it. Fed sugar high may propel Bitcoin surge. Arthur Hayes again back in the news. Connects Federal Reserve's actions to the short-lived economic boost with ripple effects on Bitcoin, broader crypto markets, and scorning risks of Japanese currency yen carry trade over is unwinding. That's a mouthful, but yeah, he's been touting that $1 million prediction for a while. Him and Samson Mao as well, pushing that narrative that they are going to break our economy, which they already did. They already broke it, and we're going to go to $1 million very soon. Anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time on that because we always talk about Arthur Hayes, man. Arthur Hayes, he's always there. Airdrops aren't fair, but Hey Mint CEO believes that there's a solution. And I thought this was interesting too because airdrops are not really fair. I mean, you have to spend so much money, right? So much money moving transactions around, getting your spot, doing all of the check boxes, right? He's like, yeah, I played around this blockchain. I was one of the testing members. I deserve an airdrop. But then you get your airdrop, and you're like, what is this? This is an airdrop for ants? Like it's like 1% or 2% maybe of maybe what you even use to transfer back. Like it depends on the project. You really got to do your research before you get involved in a lot of these expensive airdrops as well, funding them anyway. But yeah, Hey Mint unveils a solution to the airdrop bots because now the airdrop bots are taking over most of the transactions, right? And the bots steal Bitcoin, billions in rewards. WorldCoin aims to fix really? Come on, WorldCoin, damn it! I didn't know it was gonna go into WorldCoin, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah, WorldCoin aims to fix the same bot problem. Let's hear what they have to say. I'm not a big fan of WorldCoin, guys. I don't like scanning my eyeballs and giving my identity up to. That's why I don't. You guys see my laser eyes, man. I got laser eyes for this. Anyway, to combat this issue, several new solutions are emerging. Daily Coin spoke to Hey Mint CEO Mai Akiyoshi, whose company recently launched a new tool to make airdrops more fair. Bots and airdrop farmers in Web3 in 2024 alone, staggering 70% of airdrop rewards. Jesus, estimated to be 200.8 billion ended up in the hands of airdrop farmers. These bots, man, these actors, these army of bots to impersonate users and take as much airdrop rewards as possible. Because you can't move faster than a bot, man. You can't move faster than a bot. The chat, double above chaos, dude. I love the name. All about the chaos. But yeah, Bitcoin is still where it was yesterday, 69K, yet above to break out. Yeah, 59K, you mean? Right? Yesterday's 59K? Yeah, we're still in that mess, man. But it's fine. It's fine. We're here. It's fine. We're here. We can wait another year, right? We can wait another month, another day. I mean, who knows? The CEO, when you wait this long, who cares another day or two? A year, a month, whatever, a week. It's all the same. The platform enables companies to craft their own gamified requests by combining a variety of quest actors. Hey Mint. Boom. I just clicked on their company. Apparently, it's a link there. Yeah. CEO Mai Akiyoshi told Daily Coin effectively, this means that projects can track engagement, including social media likes, on-chain purchases, etc., and this information to reward. This sounds like you're giving up again too much information constantly every day, even in the blockchain, man. This kind of goes away from. I mean, I see what they're doing. It makes sense, but like, man, don't we gotta be tracked everywhere I go, even on every single blockchain? What sets Hey Mint apart from? What sets them apart from others? Other Quest platforms. Hey Mint's Quest platforms, they'll use a similar model to distribute rewards. Multiple websites and apps exist to track their real and user engagement. However, Akiyoshi explains that their main advantage is giving control over the airdrop process is to the project themselves. One of the key challenges with this Quest platforms is it centralizes users on a single platform, effectively monopolizing the audience. That's true. This practice shifts control to the project and the platform, giving it full control. I mean, it's a welcoming model, but Yeah, a bot problem is not just about airdrops. Exactly. I mean, this is a huge problem right now, especially with Solana. Solana has a ton of bots. I brought the platform to its knees back at the beginning of the year, on the last big outage we had. While bots are causing serious issues, airdrops is far from the only segment they hurt. Notably, bots harm decentralized governance and create spam problems with adherence to network performance, like I just mentioned about Solana, among other issues. So yeah, it looks like projects like WorldCoin will try to offer a comprehensive solution to the bot problem, thanks to the ability to verify real users on the chain. However, the stress is needed to make a more urgent solution to the airdrop. All right. So yeah, on the other end, it's gonna really be up to these communities to really perform, really support, and test. But again, at least we have a inkling into how they're going to solve the problem with the bots. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that works. All right. Moving on. Crypto exchange Abra settles with SEC over unregistered security allegations. Again, another attack on another exchange. Not a well-known exchange, but Abra has settled with the U.S. exchange for yet another to be determined amount over charges stemming from an alleged unregistered investment offerings. Everyone's got unregistered securities, right? Because we don't know what's the security, Gary. We still don't know what the security is. Everyone's got unregistered securities offerings. The SEC specifically accused Abra's parent company, Plutus Lending, to failing to register its crypto assets, leading product Abra settled the SEC charges without admitting to or denying with the allegations. So yeah, I don't want to dive into all that, but again, it's just another exchange being under attack by the SEC's stranglehold on our community. All right, and we're getting the normies. That's all the big news I could strangle up for today, or wrangle up. But yeah, you guys gotta buy it. Look at that. Yes. Gotta buy that dip, man. That's what I'm talking about. Got some good prices going on now right now. I bought some Jasmine today under 2 cents. Heck yeah. Anytime you can pick up some of these dips, guys. And tomorrow, it may be even a more redder day. We'll see how the market reacts. What time is it right now? We've got about 8 minutes until Japan starts to do some things. Looks like Bitcoin, of course, getting tighter and tighter in these ranges. Look at this. Look at this. We are super tight. Toy, like a tiger. Yeah. And, I don't know. It looks a little, it's questionable, but we're gonna see. It's looking pretty even. It's looking pretty even. Bulls and bears. We can check the heat map too, and give it a minute to resolve its problem it had earlier. Sitting at 63. I'm like, what the heck am I looking at? I think that's down. Dang, we might have to get another heat map going today. That's sad. Kimba. Oh no. Come on, Kimba. 100K soon, they said. I like that one. We showed that one yesterday. And then this one was cool. That moment where you finally understand how Bitcoin works, and you, this is us, guys. We get it. You just sit there, man. You just sit on your coins. You sit on your bag. You do nothing. You don't have to play all this game. This is the stock traders selling back and forth, back and day trading, losing all their money, gaining all their money back, losing it all again. At the end of the year, they might show 20%. Oh yeah, my portfolio went up 20%. I got 3 out of every 10 transactions or trades. But yeah, enough of that rat race, man. Just sit. It's that easy. You buy Bitcoin, you sit on Bitcoin, you do nothing, and you reap the benefits. Alrighty, I think that's all the. I forgot to show this. I don't know if I showed this last time. This is the exact spot where the moon landing was filmed, guys. We found it. Well, he did. Oh my God. Probably out there in Arizona somewhere. That was funny. Of course. This is the world we live in. We've been lied to about everything else. Why not the moon too? Why not just add that to it? And of course, that being our our Trump Kamala AI. That was what we showed on Monday, I believe. Yep, it's scary times we live in, guys. Everything can be faked. Everything. Alrighty. All right. Looks like I missed one. Ooh, Coinbase, of course, using artificial intelligence to avoid outages in the future. Guys, we've seen these outages on Coinbase. Oh, I totally forgot I had this one. Out there too. The U.S. Crypto and Currency Exchange employing artificial intelligence to mitigate against potential downtime during its times of heavy traffic. And I can tell you, man, I see it all the time. It doesn't even have to be a really large trading session day, but like there's something going on in the background constantly on Coinbase where I'm just like, I have to close the app. I have to open it again. Like, what's up? What's up? What's up with your platform? So crypto markets can be volatile on the Coinbase platform. Spikes of the user activity and traffic can occur suddenly and quickly and then disappear just as fast. We handle the changing traffic patterns and workloads by scaling up and adding resources in the time of high traffic and scaling down back to the normal after the spike in traffic has passed. That's interesting how they're going to work around that. I don't see how AI is going to allocate the traffic in a better way. I guess I can see that, but according to Coinbase, the machine learning model has proved its efficiency during the recent volatility experienced in crypto markets when the user's traffic surged above the regular levels. That was, of course, probably back in March when we hit to 74K, right? 73, whatever it was, some change. As traffic increased, so did our scale target, doubling twice a few hours before peak traffic. The model continued scaling up and down and the daily usage pattern until volatility decreased and there was no longer a need to scale up. Interesting. So Coinbase says their learning model uses the platform to load as well as external signals, which include the fluctuations of prices of digital assets such as Bitcoin and Ethereum to determine when to avail additional server resources. Okay, I guess I can see it now. When it comes to resource management, the key insight is that cryptocurrency price volatility is high and the traffic is approaching the target level at a faster rate than anticipated, then the likelihood of a traffic spike is increased. During the last cycle, Coinbase experienced a widespread outage. Yeah, it did. As their users' traffic rose by 400% at that time. But it hasn't even gotten to that point yet. We don't have mainstream adoption. We don't have the normies getting back in, man. The retail still hasn't woken up. The space still doesn't exist to them again. It's like nothing happened in the last 4 years, right? We had COVID monies, the stimulus money flew in, the crypto, and it flew out, and then everyone forgot about it. That's kind of what I see. This is what, again, everyone's taking advantage of, or at least all the big institutions are taking advantage of. Retail's just not here. Alrighty. So that's what's going on. Coinbase apparently has been using artificial AI, intelligence to avoid website outages. Interesting. Anyway, let's check the normies. Speaking of normies, and then we'll move on from here. Oh, I also got to do our AI segment, of course. AI. And we just keep talking about AI more and more. I know it's segueing. I'm not segueing, but I'm going to do it right now. It's AI. Robots. You know the drill, guys. You know the drill. Can't even get the camera right. There we go. Of course, this is our dystopian future. And as AI, robots, and the like take over the economy, they're taking our jobs, man. Of course. I do have to share this first, though. Before I go into this rant, as I usually do, every single day, I do have to share this one here. I pulled this one of Trump's recent rallies as he defends the right to not tax tips, right? The whole thing he's been running on in the whole year, right? That now Kamala's been picking up. And my defense has always been, I don't think it's really going to matter. I don't think. Why? Because I'm going to go into it. Here we go. What does this sound like? What does this sound like, guys? Here it comes.
That means if you're a restaurant worker, a bartender, hospitality worker, caddy, barber, mover, driver, or anyone else who relies on tip income, your tips will be 100% yours to keep. You will no longer be harassed.
Yours to keep, did he say? How about the institutions to keep? Why? Because, like I say every single day, hey, it's coming for your job, man. If you're a driver, a telemarketer, a lawyer, an accountant, a data entry clerk, a bookkeeper, a receptionist, a bank teller, a travel agent, a factory worker, a fast food worker, a customer service representative, or, of course, your friends and your loved one, are going to be coming, they're coming for your jobs, man. And Trump just rattled off like half of my list I go through every single day. And it ain't going to matter if they get your tips. You get your tips untaxed or taxed because those jobs aren't going to be available in the next 5 years. They're coming for your job. That's what I keep saying, man. This is gotta. They have to know this. They have to. They know that all these industries are going to be replaced. Why would they even care? That's why not only is Trump running on this, but the Democrats are as well. Kamala as well, right? Because it's not going to matter for any industry. This is all smoke and mirrors. You're going to get this little tiny win for, what, 2 years? And then your job's going to be replaced? Come on, man. We got to wake up, man. We got to wake up. See the big picture, man. See the big picture. Big ideas. I know it's hard. Big number. Big number go up. Oh, God, guys. Alrighty. So, let's get back into the normies. What are the normies talking about, right? What are the normies talking about? Looks like the biggest scam in life is paying taxes on money you make, taxes on money you spend, and taxes on things you own that you already pay taxes on with already taxed money. That's right. That's right, man. That's absolutely correct. And of course, they've been going into this unrealized tax gains. Oh God, they're still sharing that one. I love that one. The unrealized tax gains, right? The argument I have against that is I pay property taxes. I have a home, right? I pay property taxes, and I basically pay unrealized taxes on that. But the difference with that is your house is only going to go up estimated a certain amount every year, right? And everyone who owns a house is going to be paying their property taxes regardless, and it's going to not only the federal, it's going to the state, right? You're funding your states and the city and all the things like that, right? And my argument to that is unrealized tax. Again, you're pushing it to the super rich. I get it. 100 million, right? If you make $100 million, or your net worth is $100 million, you'll pay unrealized tax gains according to what they want to do with the with that bill. But yeah, my argument is it doesn't matter, man. Like, that's how they get you in the door. That's how they open up legislation for everyone, because you gotta keep everyone beaten down. And you're gonna tax. I think it was $100 million net worth Americans. There's only like a few thousand of them, and the enough. Oh man, the amount of money, right? The amount of money. Let's see. If there's let's say there's 8,000 Americans that have $100 million net worth, and you're gonna tax them. What was it, 25% of $100 million? Let's just make it easy and say $100 million. It's probably much more. It's probably let's say halfway to $1 billion. Let's say $500,000 or $500 million. So you have $500,000 net worth on average for 8,000 people. I'm guessing, right? If you were going to tax them 25% of that, I guess unrealized tax of those gains, that's $125,000 per person. So let's just do some rough math. Times 8,000 individuals. That is $1 trillion. Really. 1 billion. Not even a trillion. I wish it was a trillion. It would actually make more sense. It's $1 billion. So too many zeros these days, guys. We're going into funny money territory now, right? We're playing Monopoly at the end of the game, and everyone's just keeping all their friends in. This is what we're doing. But yeah, $1 billion. It's only $1 billion they'll get from every single American. Say it's $10 billion. Say it's $100 billion. What does that even matter? We just printed over $250 billion in the last 3 weeks. We can't even buy a week with that amount of money, right? So it ain't gonna matter. None of this matters. The taxes on tips, the taxing the super rich, the unrealized tax gains. None of this matters, and I cannot be the only person who has figured this out. Like, I'm just some guy in this dark, gloomy, dystopian world, right? I can't be the only one who's figured these numbers out. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a rocket scientist. Do I look like a rocket scientist? Hell no. So yeah, that's what's going on. I just wanted to point that out, man. All this FUD, all this nonsense going on in our the political rhetoric is silly. It's all silly. They're not even trying to help us, man. They're just trying to buy time. That's all this is about. Right, Nayib Bukele, of course, the president of El Salvador, Bitcoin country, right, is sharing this today. Surf City is getting an upgrade. Ooh, looks like they're doing some big things in El Salvador. I don't know. I don't keep up enough with El Salvador, but it is Bitcoin country. yeah, normies want to just go over sports and things. And Bitcoin, thumbs up, never enough. Okay, I don't know. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of the trending topics for the normies, and we'll look at Bitcoin before we go, because it's getting late. It's already open in Japan's already open for trading. Yep, stocks in Japan have already started trading. The Paralympics, interesting, number one. Wago, okay, that's of course the same thing. Tayeli, I don't know. Nvidia stock, look at that. Number 4 in top searches on Google. This is interesting and somewhat related to what we do and talk about every day. Sun versus Fever, Creator Classic Golf. What in the world? Juan Lizardo, I don't know. Torre, Craig, sports, vertical lines on graphics. What? Doorbell sound? What in the world is that? Vertical graphs in math. What does this even matter? Why are people searching? The normies are weird, man. Sandra and Birchmore, Coco Gaff, I don't know. Robert Tellez, name, sports. That's all I get out of that. Iran nuclear deal. Interesting. If they get that deal, man, you're probably going to be mining Bitcoin with nuclear energy. Of course, being one of the BRICS nations. I think maybe they're not inducted into BRICS yet. I know they're on the list. Utis Refrigerator, Lonnie Walker, Tropical Storm, Gilma, Sophie, name, Black Ops 6. Really? There's 6 of those now? Really? Yeah, the normies be normies, guys. The normies be normies. All right, moving on. How many people are searching Bitcoin today when we're down? On a good day to buy that dip. Possibly one of the last moments in time where you can get Bitcoin on the cheap. We don't know. We never know. No one knows. And if we look at the last 90 days, let's see. Let's just throw a random thing in there. It looks like we're down. In the last 7 days, looks like we are probably going sideways or even down further. Yeah, pretty much sideways. No one is looking in our space, guys. Nobody's paying attention to the sleeping dragon or Godzilla. All right, looks like Bitcoin's about to break out. We waited enough time. We went through all the news, all the key indicators today, and looks like Bitcoin is, about ready to break out of these ranges. It's already tight in those ranges. Where'd my lines go on the 5 minute? I'm trying to get in the smaller time frames. And yeah, we just got to play the waiting game. And we're going to see, do we break up or down from here? Right? We'll know by at least 10:15, 10:30. I would say maybe possibly in the next 10 minutes. If Bitcoin's gonna play overseas, gonna get bought overseas, or they're gonna get sold overseas. I'd imagine, why would you want to sell this right now? Why would you? And it's being so tight in these ranges, I'd say they're probably gonna end up buying. That'd be my guess. Ooh, it looks like we already started moving, as I said that. Because the sentiment again is we're oversold. Why would you not pick up some of this dip, right? It's only you only got like 3 more months, 4 more months, 3 more months. We're not quite, technically we got 3 more months. We're at the end of August, so you got 3 more months to accumulate Bitcoin till the end of the year. And then that's 2025 is going to be insane. We're going to go to the moon and beyond. It's going to be incredible. We're going to have dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria, bulls and bears. Where the hell's my bull? Bull fell on the ground. Oh, well, there's the rider at least. I got Trump's best friend, of course. Hulk Hogan, brother, gonna ride that bull, the moon. Yeah, bulls and bears living together. Just probably making out and doing the dirty. But me playing with my toys again. But yeah, this is happening. It's happening right now, right in front of our eyes. Every single day, people are not taking advantage of the time they have left. Always bullish. Again, always bullish. That's what I am. Always bullish. All right. So, yeah, that's what I kind of see happening to Bitcoin. How high do we go this evening? I don't know. We're probably going to retest these areas here. Looks like back testing 59, 60K. We got a lot of work to do again. So that would be those ranges. Yeah, about 59, 60K. And then after that, the big one, right? Where we fell off, 62-ish, right? It's going to be a little harder. There's not too much in the middle of that, though. You can clearly see on the chart. It's pretty open. There's a big gap there. So it won't take much to blow through once we do get that momentum back in our market. So that's what I see happening in Bitcoin. Again, I feel like we're going to go up. Why would you sell off right now? How much lower can we go? It could be a manipulation tactic to sell off a little extra right before the end of the month. Liquidate whoever's left in the longs. We already liquidated enough. Trust me. They already got wiped out yesterday and the day before. But arguably, there's still people out there that are lower that they can knock out. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be an interesting evening. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I want to make something to eat. Maybe play some Pokemon and just watch the charts. Probably gonna do that when I leave tonight. It's gonna be a fun night. But yeah, I do kind of feel like we're gonna probably come up here, test that, come back down, test it again, maybe break it. Where are we at now? We're at midnight. Usually midnight's a good area where you're gonna break out or down, break up or down. But yeah, I say like we're probably gonna chop around in here, get up to about midnight, break on out, something like that. Maybe extend this this flag a little higher. I just don't see a negative sentiment right now. I really don't. Like we've already oversold. We're already oversold. And market volatility is kind of showing us that too. I mean, look at this. Look at that giant red candle. Yeah, we saw at 4 o'clock today. Crazy. And the day before that, boom, even bigger red candle. I think we're oversold. Again, not as big of a sell-off. People buying back in. BlackRock is still accumulating, right? Big giant whales taking advantage of your bags. Don't let them do it, man. Don't be stupid, right? Don't be stupid. Don't be selling off anything.
What are you, stupid?
Crazy right now, right before the 2025 bull run. All right. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. Had fun, of course. Every night I have fun doing this. That's what it's all about. That's why I'm here, building this community. Please, if you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys tomorrow, Thursday. Hopefully a better day than Wednesday. But either way, every day in crypto is a good day. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. And I got a little something extra. I put together the end of my streams down. So enjoy that too. So later. Peace.
According to the Wall Street Journal, the agency informed the NASDAQ and the CBOE that BlackRock and Fidelity's proposals are insufficient.
We can make the dollar the most attractive currency by continuing to have the rule of law.
You always print money to do that.
I suppose it would diminish our status as the reserve currency.
Just shut up. There's no expectation of privacy above me in the sky.
So Bitcoin is the solution because you can buy Bitcoin right.
Don't forget, guys, robots taking over. They're not gonna get your tax on tips. Oh no! Later. Bet.